This is the evening of Sunday, July 5, 2026. Good evening, everyone. Something happened at the Independence Layout, Enugu State on Friday, July 3, 2026. And that is what I want us to discuss in this video. Now, there is this professor of medicine that gave a medical report that contradicted the DSS reports because DSS brought their doctor when Nnamdi Kanu was facing trial to assess his health challenges then. And the doctor said that Nnamdi Kanu had some illness, but the illness is not a life-threatening one. Then this doctor, Professor Martins, now gave another report that is similar to that of DSS, but it contradicted it because this medical report stated everything in details that Nnamdi Kanu was having then. So this man never knew that DSS had him in mind since then. He's getting to 8 months, if not, 7, 8 months now. And DSS picked him up on Friday at his residence, according to Barrister Maxwell Papara. Now, who would have thought that in this present Nigeria, where kidnappers, terrorists are ravaging the country, taking full control, exercising the authority and power, dominating the country, who would have thought that DSS will have time for Nnamdi Kanu's private lawyer? You see, the time, money, and resources that Nigeria have put in the case of Nnamdi Kanu is enough to remove the whole out of school children from northern Nigeria and put them back to school. The money the Nigerian government are spending on Nnamdi Kanu raises another question. Is it these brokers you people said he made that is making you people to be doing all these things just because of one man? I doubt it is not it. This is because Nnamdi Kanu represents the opposite of the evil going on in Nigeria. This is because he talks against this, he referred to them as Janjaweed. He talks against these terrorists they call bandits, how APC imported them, their mission, and so on and so forth. And they see that, "Oh, come on, this man is just a stumbling block. We've got to remove him and make sure he's under our control." And that is the essence, or that is the meaning of where Nnamdi Kanu is staying as of today, Sokoto State. Sokoto is not safe. I watched the court proceedings. I remember the judge saying that they should put him where that is safe. And as I speak to you, almost 27 villages in Sokoto State are deserted and they are in exile. Nakurawa terrorists have taken over. Is that place safe? Absolutely no. 23 persons were killed. Is that not yesterday in Sokoto State? Is that place safe? No. And these places are just few kilometers from where Nnamdi Kanu is staying. So it's not about security that made them to put it there. By the way, Kuje Correctional Center could have been the best place where you keep him in Abuja. But because they want to tell him that you are under our control, you're under the control of these agendas and jihadists, they took him straight to Sokoto. It's significant, and don't get it twisted. So, this doctor was arrested, and everybody was surprised. Everybody are now trying to ask questions like, does it mean that DSS don't have work? Because for me, I'm not surprised after seeing what they did to Moyono Showore and what was Showore's crime for calling Tinubu a criminal. They said they want to use him as an example for calling Tinubu a criminal. However, not Reno Mokre, Showore have been able to prove to the court that, yes, this man is a criminal. Even his ambassador he appointed call him a criminal, call him a drug lord. If it is a normal country, that case is supposed not to be in court. But you know what? They will turn the law upside down for you. Someone who they found money that proceeded from drugs in his account and he forfeited it. Is that not a crime? No, is that not a crime? That is a crime. By the way, another appointee, Daniel Bwanda, said Tinubu is a criminal. Not just a criminal, he committed treason by forming militia, terrorists to rig election. His own appointee also made such statement. So DSS they are just like errand boys. What you send them to do, they are going to do it. They don't care whether this is lawful or not. These people are supposed to be, what is it called, law enforcement. But you know what? They don't even know the law they want to enforce. They enforce power from above. If they send them, go and kill this person, they will go and kill. If you send them, go and do this, they will go and. They don't enforce law. They enforce people's voice. We don't have law enforcement in Nigeria. We have politicians' voice enforcers. One person must have told them that go and pick up that man. Let us teach him a lesson. He's challenging us. He's doing this. He's doing that. Let's teach him a lesson. But you are teaching yourself a lesson. You are not teaching Nnamdi Kanu's private lawyer a lesson. And everybody will still keep quiet as usual. Today is this. Tomorrow is Shore. Next tomorrow is this. They are doing all these things collectively. They are doing it. These people are the same. Both people in the Senate, executive, they have one thing in common. So, what did this man actually do that made DSS to arrest him? Not inviting him. You came to his residence and picked him up. Okay, let's assume that the medical report he gave is totally false. Let's assume, of which we know this is not a false certificate, because that time I was following the court proceeding. The DSS medical doctor said Nnamdi Kanu have the same illness, but it's not a life-threatening. So let's assume the difference now is this one said this medical report shows the illness is life-threatening one, that if it is not treated, as time goes on, it may affect his life. It might even kill him. Then the DSS report said, no, it will not kill him as time goes on. The sickness is just a minor sickness. It has not grown like that. Is there any sickness that is not eligible for treatment? No. This is about human right. Is there any sickness that is not eligible for treatment? There is none. And this is what the Nigerian government through the DSS is trying to teach us. Anyway, maybe there is something we don't know that led to the arrest of this man. But the information available, especially according to Barrister Maxwell Opara, who is like a special advisor to Nnamdi Kanu on legal matters, let me put it in that way. He has been with Nnamdi Kanu since 2017, till today now. That is more than 10 years he has been with him. So I believe what he said, that this man was picked from his residence. This is not fair. Nigerians should know what their government, the people they call government, what they are prioritizing. What are they actually prioritizing all these things for? They can send helicopter to go and pick up bandits who are dying, but you see people dying every day. Nobody cares for you. This is because we have another government in Nigeria, apart from the Nigerian government. They collect taxes. It is proven. I have countable numbers of people who are paying tax to the bandits, especially communities by communities. I have their records. There is another parallel government going on in Nigeria. I've been saying that. And this government controls the government that you call federal government of Nigeria. This government of terrorism controls them. They don't go after these terrorists. They know their names. They have their phone number. They know their location. Then why do we still have terrorism in Nigeria if they really know the location, knows everything about this? It is because of their agenda. Yeah, it is because of their agenda. You do not belong to their league. You do not belong to that Sharia evangelist. It is a league, Sharia enforcers that carries gun. Whether you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, they don't even care. As far as you do not agree with what they are saying, they are going to kill you. Is this what we're going to continue to do? Absolutely no.
Keremi killed Usman Daji, took his uniform, and then when they called a peace parley, the bandits, terrorists told the Katsina state government, don't bring any policeman to this meeting. And then Keremi wore Daji's uniform. The Nigerian state is so useless that an assistant commissioner of police was murdered by terrorists, Fulani terrorists, and then the same uniform adorned the back of the terrorists who sat down in what they call the peace negotiation with the same government. It is the impunity that has been extended to the Fulani that has made it impossible to deal decisively with the madness that has overtaken us.
You want the Fulani to be dealt with?
Any criminal should be dealt with. His tribe, his ethnicity, his religion should not matter. When we say Fulani, we must always be careful that it's not about the ethnic nationality of the criminal. It is the criminal that we need to be dealing with. That the person happens to be Fulani should not prevent his prosecution. It should not mean that because this person is from one particular ethnicity, you close your eyes to his criminality.
You have accused Buhari of enabling them.
Of course he did. And I'm not the first to say so. Usman Bugaje, or what was his name? Was it Baraje or Bugaje? The one that was the national secretary when they started their APC. He came into the public space. He volunteered the information. He said very clearly on the record that they imported Fulani terrorists from different Sahelian countries. He named them. Commodore Laumi went into Channel's TV station, the morning show. He equally said very clearly that as far back as 2016, they had given the list of terrorist sponsors in Nigeria to Buhari, and he did nothing about it. Malami had names running into over 100 given to him by the Emirates, the UAE, of sponsors of terrorism in Nigeria. He did nothing about it. It was only last year, late last year, that some militia men were seized in Kwara State who said that they got their arms from the National Security Advisor. They were carrying automatic weapons. They were Fulanis.
Not to be terrorists. The arms were to be used for vigilante purposes. By
who? How can Fulani come into Kwara State as vigilantes? What about the people there